What's up, everybody? Dog 1985. There's levels to this. Okay, so I, I did it. If you've been watching my channel, you saw how I posted about my Asus ROG Ally on my trip that when I went to ISO's wedding. So let me say this, okay? I made the conscious decision of telling myself that on this trip I was only gonna bring one gaming device. I didn't want to bring two, and I chose to bring my Asus ROG Ally. Okay, now I have the Asus case that I was gonna say that comes with it, but it doesn't come with it. You got to buy this on your own, which is a major L. But the good thing about this case is that it's a small form factor case and it somewhat protects the Ally. It's not one of those cases that you're gonna fully protect it. This is definitely meant for you to grab this and throw this into a bag. That's definitely what this is meant for. Okay. So it doesn't even have a handle. So they don't even want you, like, literally, this is for you to throw into a bag and then pull it out of the bag whenever you're going to use it. So in that bag, I had this, and then I had my power cable. On my Asus ROG Ally, I currently have Fortnite downloaded. I have Apex Legends downloaded. I have Red Dead Redemption 2 downloaded. And then I have Starfield also downloaded. Okay. Obviously, if I have the internet, I have access to all the cloud games as well. And yeah, I have PC games. I have Xbox games. I don't emulate any Switch games. So just my library on my Asus ROG Ally is a lot bigger than the library I would have on the Switch, which was my other mobile gaming console. Okay, so again, I decided to take my Asus ROG Ally. The biggest downside with the Asus ROG Ally is its battery life, which it's not a secret. Everybody knows this. Now I'm gonna tell you like this: I have looked at all those videos, all those tutorials of how to extend the battery life of this thing. 9 times out of 10, you're looking at maybe an extra 30 minutes from whatever game you typically play, maybe that. But then the sacrifices that you're making, to me, just aren't worth it. This is a beautiful screen. The VRR on the screen makes it phenomenal so that you could play games below 60 and the low frame rate compensation is beautiful. The matching of the frames to the screen is just smooth. Everything you play on this is smooth. For something to be choppy on this screen, you gotta really be pushing the system. Okay, so I don't want to turn that stuff off. I keep it at 120 hertz. I keep the frame rate to 60 or uncapped. I mean, and I just play. And when it dies, it dies. So I knew this going on this trip. Okay, on my first flight when I hopped on, I made sure the battery was good, 100%. Got on the flight. It was supposed to be a 2-hour flight. Got on whatever, and to my surprise, there was an outlet. There was an outlet on the flight. There was an outlet on my seat. We are living in different times, folks. We are living in different times. People aren't going to tell you this, okay? But yes, this is a handheld console, but this is meant primarily for you to be playing plugged in. If you have the Z1 Extreme chip in this, the only way you get to use the fullness of that chip is to have it plugged in and running in turbo mode. When you buy this, or even if you bought the Lenovo Legion Go, because we have that as well, the power cord is extremely long. They expect you to have to plug it in and have enough distance for you to sit wherever it is that you want to sit and play. That's what this is meant for. So when I saw that plug on my chair in front of me, I got excited. I'm not going to run a battery test. I'm going to play it real life scenario. This plane that I hopped on had the plug. Why would I not use it? I plugged it in. I played Starfield, turbo mode, had an amazing time the entire flight. I had my Audio Technica headphones that I have. I connected that time I connected those to Bluetooth and I played that way. There was a little bit of lag, but it wasn't a big deal. And I played the entire flight. Was phenomenal. I was excited. So excited that when I got out, I went ahead and I made a quick video talking about my experience. Now, once I was done, hopped on my next flight because it was a connecting flight. I was excited. I automatically assumed there was going to be another power outlet on my next flight. There wasn't. No power outlet. So this time I had to run it off battery. The good thing is that the first flight didn't take any battery, right? So this was another 2-hour flight. Hopped on the plane. We took off. Same thing. I'm running the game now in performance mode, so at 15 watts. So I can still run Starfield at 15 watts and it's still very playable. Again, because of the screen, because of the low frame rate compensation, because of the VRR, because of this screen, the game still runs smooth. Okay. So I'm running, playing the game, having a blast, whatever. Game lasts me maybe an hour and 30 minutes. Boom, and it dies. Okay. The rest of the flight, I had to just sit there with a dead Asus ROG Ally. It is what it is. I land, I realize, okay, if this was a Nintendo Switch, I would have been able to play the entire time, but now I got to look at my pros and cons. I was able to play the game that I really wanted to play. The first flight, flawless, no issues. Second flight, not so much. Went on the trip. While on the trip, whenever I got to touch my Asus ROG Ally, I was in the hotel room. Power outlet. Amazing time. Got to play, no problem, full power, everything perfect. Connected the Asus ROG Ally to the Wi-Fi of the hotel room. There was an update, updated it, perfect, everything, no problems, everything just beautiful. Okay? Okay. It's time to come back home. Now we're coming back home, and this is a direct flight. There's no connection flight. Okay? I have my Asus ROG Ally charged to 100%, and I have no idea what I'm about to get into. I get into this plane. It was a massive plane, by the way, too. It was like a plane that had like 3 rows. And as soon as I sit down, I look forward, boom, we got a power outlet. Played, beautiful, whole plane ride. I fell asleep a little bit, got back on, whatever. Came home, perfect. So now to sum up what my travel experience was with my Asus ROG Ally, right? And for everyone out there, depending on what your travel experience is, it might be a little bit different. You might have not gotten as lucky as I did. But out of 3 plane rides, two of them had power outlets. No problem, no issue. I would pick this with a power outlet over my Nintendo Switch all day, every day. Just because this currently has the game that I'm playing the most right now, which is Starfield. That's all it is. That's all it is, right? So this is perfect, okay? When I was in the hotel room, same thing, perfect, right? No issues at all, right? One flight, I got to play the game. It's like I didn't get to play the game, but then it died on me and I wasn't able to play. Yeah, it sucked, but it wasn't like I was mad at the Asus ROG Ally or anything, because I knew that once I got to my hotel, I was going to be able to charge it, and at night I'd still be able to play the games that I really care about. So, if you're in a car or something like that, then yes, I can see why this might not benefit you unless you're going to bring a power bank or something like that. And I guess that's where we can talk about, is a power bank worth it for something like this? Are you going to just adding to the cost and all that other stuff? As a mobile gaming device, console, whatever you want to call this, to me, I do not regret switching this over the Switch. I would still say, as far as just flat out mobile gaming, the Switch is the best thing out there, because it does it seamlessly, flawlessly, and it's just, you can't deny. Whatever you play on it mobily, you can connect it to the TV and it just runs great and all that other stuff. With this, you can't do that exactly. So for instance, I have Red Dead Redemption saved on this, and then I have Red Dead Redemption on my Xbox, but that doesn't have cross saves. So whenever I'm playing on this, I'm not progressing on my Xbox version. Starfield, thank you Xbox, does have that. So when I play Starfield on this, as soon as I'm done playing it, it just uploads to the cloud, and then when I play on my Xbox Series X, I pick up exactly where I left off. That's beautiful. I did the same thing with Ghostwire Tokyo. I did the same thing with Deathloop. That's how I was able to beat those games. But if you're planning on getting this to travel, I want you to understand this. You might have an issue getting to your destination, depending on what that looks like. Okay. I don't know if I've seen people talking about trains and stuff like that. I don't know if trains have power outlets nowadays. I know subways don't, but like if you're going like on a long train or something like that, I don't know if they have power outlets or whatever. Somebody else could let me know. I know in a car, obviously, you're not gonna be able to use. I don't know. Could you be able to use a car adapter? Maybe I'll try that out. I don't know if it's gonna give it enough power to charge this, but regardless, on the way to your destination, your mileage may vary. But once you get to your destination, if you have downtime, this is gonna be it. For those of you that are going to the beach or something like that, I don't even know why you would take a gaming console to the beach anyways. This is something you take to like a resort or something, but you leave in the room. If for whatever reason that day, that Thursday out of that week that you picked is raining and you're gonna stay in anyways, okay, there you go. You got something else that you could do. Something else that I didn't do that I thought about once I was there is I brought my portable charging cable. What I mean is that I brought the cable that came with it. I didn't bring my Asus dock cable. So there's an Asus cable that you could get, or any dock station that you can get, where that actually converts it so you could plug it into your TV. I could have brought that one instead. And if I would have done that, then I would have had a full gaming console in my hotel room on the TV. But I didn't do that. But that was okay. That didn't bother me at all either. I just had like the TV running while I was sitting in the bed playing whatever it was that I was playing. So it is what it is. But there it is. If you guys have any questions about this, though, let me know. I will gladly answer them. And then for my son that stayed here while I was out there, he actually took the Legion Go with him to his aunt's house because they're the ones that took care of the kids for a little bit. And I'm excited to see what he says and what his experience was. So I'll go ahead and make a video with him. We'll record that so you guys know how he likes the Legion Go. Remember, he thought about getting rid of it and then he ended up keeping it. So I'm actually glad that he's keeping it as well because I think that device is pretty cool. Portable wise though, I think this is better, but that's a whole different video. Doc Dog 1985, there's levels to this. We out. Peace.